So,
Service in OS, web server,
so
sharing.
yeah, we were till yeah, we completed some task. Yeah,
Yeah, Linux.
we were till Windows, right?
Yes, till Windows, sir.
Yeah. So till now, like what we have done, we went through operating system, different
What is
layers of
kernel?
things. What is kernel? Then how does the kernel interact with
System
the
work.
systems and the hardware? Then we
Mhm.
have different architecture, which is 32 and 64. Instruction sets. Like, did you get any chance to look after instruction sets? So instruction sets are basically the mnemonics or the sort of a commands that covers the um, uh, microprocessor level programming language, right? So those are those are called as instruction sets. Then we went through Windows, basics of Windows. Then
How and which language it's written in.
correct. Then about uh, uh, the PE format, which is a portable executable, and what is the format of PE? What are the different types of extension that are used, right? And then we explored a bit more about portable executables. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we also discovered about magic numbers or offset number by which we get to know what is the type of the what is the format or the type of the file that we have. And after that, uh, uh, some of the task includes installing Windows. We have bear. We have command, which is file. Okay, file command. Then we learned about the client and server architecture. What is client and what is server, sort of thing.
Hmm.
Then we have server. So different types of
Software as a service.
softwares are being used where server has a major role. Then Windows Server, right? Then we talked about privileges. What is privileges and what are the Windows privileges? And in different versions of Windows, there are different privileges. Okay, and then we learned about services. So we have web server, we have file sharing, we have FTP, login, shell access, a lot of things which are actually running as a service in the operating system. Then we talked about operating Active Directories. Uh, Active Directory is a service. A lot of things that are part of Active Directory, right? And then the different types of the Active Directory components, right? Uh, right. And then how AD works. So we will create a domain. We will create objects. We'll assign permissions and manage the policies, right? Uh, what are objects, by the way? So objects are basically the end device or end user profile, which is called as objects, right? We learned about the
Yeah.
basics of Active Directory. Now this is something that I wanted to, wanted you to explore a bit, which is about finding the Active Directory vulnerabilities and explore a bit about them. It's
Yes, sir.
okay if you do not, understand what is it, but I want you to be exploring certain things, right?
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Reason why I am, asking you to explore this because there is this is very important to. Uh, so I basically want you to explore yourself because self study is also something which is very important in cybersecurity, even in the career. So as you grow in career, if you are not being able to do self study, you will not be able to grow in the cybersecurity field, right? So
Hmm.
Exploring yourself is again a bit important. Researching a bit about different technologies, how to implement them, what is the security aspect of it. You will have to research a bit about it, right? Okay, now let's jump to Linux. Any idea what is Linux?
Yes, sir. It's like it's also like an operating system. Uh, it's like it's also an operating system, just like Windows and Oracle.
Right. That's right. So, Linux is an operating system which is based on Unix operating system. Okay, Unix, right? So, Unix is based off Macintosh as well, right? But we'll be today exploring about Linux.
Linux.
So, the this is the file structure of Linux. Uh, so when you go to the root directory, it is slash. So let me show you something. So this is the current working directory, which is
Okay.
home/dl. Okay. So whenever you start working on terminal, the current directory is your users directory. Right?
Yeah.
But if you change directory to slash, just slash. Slash is a root directory. Okay, and within this root directory, we have multiple different directories. Okay, so what I'll do,
Okay.
ls hyphen. Okay, what I'll do is simply ls. Okay, so
LS.
ls is list. Okay, list. So it
Okay.
has,
List.
yeah, ls is a command.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when I provide ls, it gives me a lot of different directories and files. Okay. But if I want to dive deeper into uh, understanding all those directories and files, what I'll do is ls-la, okay, which will give us a detailed information about all the directories and file. Okay. So let's say we have bin, okay, slash bin. So uh, this is the size of the uh, bin directory. This is the permission of the bin directory, who owns the bin directory, right? And at what last time this was updated, right? So it gives us a lot of information about this, right? Uh, if you can see, we have hyphen, this hyphen greater than,
Python.
symbol,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? This also means it is a symlink. Okay, this means it's a symlink. Now, what sort of,
Symlink.
yes, it's symlink, symlink.
Okay.
Okay, it is sort of a copy of it, right? But not exactly a copy of it, right? We'll later on check this out. So yeah, so this is the root directory, and if you can see, we have bin, we have boot, we have dev. So we have bin, we have boot, we have dev, right? So this is the structure, file structure. Okay. So if you see in bin, so yeah, just a moment, just to inform that my laptop's currently battery is not much, so it might turn off because of low battery. I don't have electricity right now, but I'll join again, and we'll discuss about this. Okay, we'll continue with this. So we have been. If you can take picture of this file structure.
Got it, sir. I took the screenshot. Done, sir.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing much for now. All right. So first we have bin. So this is the essential
Uh,
user command binary.
Okay. Sir, I have a question. So
Mhm.
in this way, where you've shown the Linux file structure, it says slash bin slash, right? Is that the same way how you'll write it in the Linux terminal, or would you just write bin?
For what? I didn't get your question.
So you see where it says root directory with the slash, right?
Yeah.
So it says bin boot dev etc. something, right? So over
Yes.
there, would you put a slash, then bin, then slash again while you're typing it in the terminal, or would you just keep as bin the normal way where you type bin?
Good questions. Good question. So basically, mm, you will have to provide slash bin.
Slash bin and then slash again, right?
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
required to put slash at the end, but this is just to showcase that it's a directory.
Ah, okay, got it, sir.
Yeah, it's not required to provide slash at the end. It can be a file
Or
as well, but just to represent that it's a directory, they have provided slash again
yeah,
at the end. Yeah. So first is bin, which has essential user command binaries. Okay. So it has so this bin is a directory where uh, important binaries. Okay. Whatever important binary are, which is like move command mv, right? Copy command, which is cp, right? These are all the commands. But ultimately, they are not commands. They are basically some file. Okay, they are basically some executable file, exe files, or maybe some elf files, not exe, but in this, like, we have elf file structure. So all those
mm-hmm.
are executable files. Okay, everything, anything and everything in Linux is based on files and folders, files and directories. Okay, even if you are working on some sort of a game, or if you're working on some sort of Excel sheet, or if you're working on some sort of command, or you're trying to create your own command, right? This is all is based on file and directories, right? Even the process, even the process. Um, in Windows, you will provide control alter delete, right? And it will open
Yeah,
up the task manager. Correct.
task manager, yeah.
So that task manager has a lot of process running. Right? If you want to see a lot of different processes, you can see through task manager. When you come across all those tasks in Linux, what happens is each process number is assigned with a file name. It is basically a file. Okay. Each process number is basically a file in Linux, right? So bin is basically having a lot of basic Linux commands, which is based on file. Okay. It's just that in any terminal, in any directory, if you provide that input as a command, it will go to this binary file and then fetch that from it'll basically execute from this file, bin file, right? So just to give you an overview, just to give you an example of it, let me go to bin. What we did was we did ls. Okay, so
LS, yeah, for the list.
yeah, see here we have ls,
LS, yes.
right? Apart from this, we did cd as well. Cd, change directory. Can we see
Change
change
directory.
directory? No, we don't have cd command over here.
I
Okay,
don't
good.
think so. We did CD. We did LZ or
ls.
LS. My bad.
No, it's a
LS.
part of ls command.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's a part of it. So, yeah. Apart from that, we also did some sort of PWD command, which is the working directory. Yeah. Do you see PWD
Ping.
command?
Oh, PWD.
Yeah, it's the present working directory.
Oh, I thought PWD was basically password or something like that.
No, no, no. It is present working directory. So it will show that okay, the present working directory is bin. Okay.
Bin. Got it.
So if I
Oh,
run,
okay. It's normal. Clear is just clear.
yeah, exactly. So if you provide PWD, it will show you the current directory is home/dl, right? So yeah.
Got
Then we
it.
have boot uh, boot directory.
Directory.
So in the boot directory, we have static files of the bootloader. Okay, so this is the place where the operating system boots or turn on, and the static files that are used are the part of boot directory. We have dev. Dev means not development, it means device. Okay, it means the device file. Then we have etc. It is specific to the host specific system configuration. Um, so DL, so if you look at the terminal, DL is basically the username. So DL is a username. So currently
Okay.
the user I am logged in with uh, is basically a DL user, and Archie, Archie is basically the host name. Okay, host name, right? So to configure the host name, we have etc folder, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Host name are also used for quite different purposes as well, which we'll later on talk about it. Then we have home. So it is where the user directories are being stored. So if you see, home is the folder and DL is the user. This is the user. Okay. So, but if I go to previous directory, there is Bhashit 123 user as well. Okay. DL, Faraday, and USB IMG. Okay. These are three, four users. Uh, I like I won't say they are you all of them are users, but yeah, uh, a couple of them are users. Okay, it's a simple directory. You can also create your own you can also create your own directory here. Okay. Usually in home, there is the users all users directory is being stored over here, right? Then we have lib. So lib has a library file, and the library files are used for different purposes to execute some executable files, or they are considered as a dependency file to empower the existing performance or existing capabilities of the operating system. Okay, libraries are used for that, but these are the
Okay.
shared libraries. Okay, so any of the executable files can use these libraries.
Hmm.
then then we
Gotcha.
have media. So we have removable media. What are the removable media? Any idea?
Removable media. I
Yeah.
think, sir, removable media is basically for any extra storage that we have that we don't need.
No.
Movable media. Mm.
So basically, removable uh, removable media means USB.
Oh, like ejecting.
Yes,
Oh, it's
right?
that thing when you plug in USB drives, it says when you want to eject, please press this button.
Correct.
Oh, I
So
got it.
that is the removable media. But then if we say, what will be the part of device files then? What is the device files then? So so device files are basically the inbuilt files, and these are the files where any removable media, all like when they connect with the system, the dependency files are also the part of device files, right? And removable media means whenever you plug in a USB, okay, you'll be able to see a new folder in your Explorer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that becomes the part of media. So in Linux, if you want to via terminal, if you want to go into that USB, okay, not just file explorer and just clicking and going there, not like that. But if you want to go or navigate to the USB, you'll have to get into the media file and figure out which USB is belonging to which media file, right? So it works like
Yeah.
that. Then we have mounted file systems. So mounted files.
MNT.
Sorry.
No, I'm just reading the root directory of it, the MNT.
Right. So mounted file systems is basically there are few different types of file systems. So what we can do is we can assign a default file system,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and we can have our own file system as well. We can create our own file system as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is basically file structure. This is basically a file system.
Mm.
Okay. So we can have our own thing as well. So then there are existing file systems in Linux. Okay. We can use them, or we can have our own. So file systems are basically used for organizing everything, like organizing the files, giving them permissions and directories, and which also interacts with the Linux operating systems, right? So that is called as file systems. So yeah, next we have is OPT. OPT is add-on application software packages. Okay. So if we have an additional software that we need to install, majorly
Sir,
all
just one
the
second. I'll just be back. Sorry.
yeah, all right, okay.
Sir, I just have to do one work. I'll just be back in 5 minutes. Sorry, sir.
Okay, all right, okay. So what you can do is you can drop the message on the group so that, or do you want me to stay back?
Yes, sir. I'll just be back in 5 minutes, sir.
All right, no worries, no worries. Okay, yeah.
Hi, 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 hi. So, yeah. Could you share the screen? None. Uh,
Oh, me?
yeah.
Okay, sure, sir. Share entire screen. Share.
So, I wanted to know about this, the file structure thing. All right, no worries. Let me check it out. All right, okay. So, okay, no worries. You can turn off your screen sharing then. Not a problem.
Okay.
All right, okay. So we were at OPT, right? Which is slash OPT slash, which is an add-on application software package, right? So
Yeah.
whenever you install or configure some sort of a software within your Linux system, certain softwares get installed in the OPT directory, right? So this is for
Yeah.
the third-party applications. Okay.
Only for third-party applications, sir?
Yeah. This is only for the third-party applications and software packages, right? Um,
Okay.
Okay, then we have sbin, which is system binary. So there are certain binary. This is similar to the slash bin. Okay, this is similar to the binary directory. Okay, but then there are certain binaries that are used for the user commands, and then there are certain binaries that are used for the system purpose. Okay, system internally also requires their binary file and executable files. So this is the uh, binary files. These are the binary files stored within this directory, which is sbin directory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and we might not require a lot of we might not require the access to the sbin. It's not of too much use, but we should be aware about it, right? Uh, then we have /srv. So srv stands uh, so this has been used for system uh, so data for services from system. So it has the data that has been used for service purpose, right? So services such as web directory, file, ftp, and all those things. So the data that is being required is being stored in srv. Then we have /tmp directory. Okay, tmp directory is
Slash
the
TMP.
p, yes, tmp.
Okay, got it.
Okay, tmp stands for temporary,
Mm.
right? So uh, so this is literally temporary files directory, where temporary file directories are used for quite a lot of purposes. First, to just save for a temporary purpose. This can also be used while downloading certain files. This can also be used while accessing certain devices. So OS use this directory for temporary purpose, and then also deletes the file like within this directory as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have USR. Okay, /USR. So /USR stands for user utilities and applications. Okay, so user utility and applications. So these are the these so this directory have multiple applications which are basic application, uh, uh, use like basic application which are the part of the operating system, and which can be also helpful in usual accessing of the operating system. Okay, utilities such as so basic user utility would be uh, a calculator, right? Just to give an example, a calculator. Or if you are aware about Paint, okay, uh, Paint is the application that is by default a part of the Windows system, right? Similarly, there are some basic games that are part of the operating system, right? So they are all within this USR directory. Then we have slash proc, which is process, which is
Yeah.
process, right? So as I
Yeah.
shared, whenever you run some sort of an application, there is a processor number assigned to this application to identify the user, to identify the application. Even if a user is authenticating with the system, a new process is being initiated, right? A process has been initiated. So this process is assigned to the application. This process is assigned to a script or some sort of a system utility as well, right? So they have their own unique process number. Okay, and all those process numbers are then stored within this directory. Does that make sense?
No, sir, I didn't understand it a lot. Could you please re-explain it?
Sure. So let's say you are trying to access Zoom application within your Windows operating system, not Windows
Okay.
but Linux operating system. So what you will do,
Okay.
you will maybe double click on an icon, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you'll double click on it. So by double clicking on it, it executes the process. Okay, okay. It
Yeah.
creates a process. When you run an application, it creates a process, and then that process is assigned with a limited or unlimited RAM. Okay, so whenever you run an application, there is a process running
Mm.
behind this application. Okay,
Yeah.
and then now this initiated process is identified by the process ID or process number, right? And that
Yeah.
process number will be the part of this slash proc directory. So when you'll explore proc directory, you will see that there are multiple, like hundreds and hundreds of files with the file name as their own server. I mean, sorry, their process number, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any confusion right now?
No, sir. Now I understood.
Okay. So within, all right, okay, no worries, no worries. So when you let's say open a new application within your Windows operating system, you right click and or you go to taskbar, you'll get to see processor uh,
Mm-hmm.
and process, and then the ideas into it. I'm not sure if it is within the Windows operating system or not, but you can find
Understood.
this in Linux. So all you need to do is to ps space aux Okay.
PS space AUX.
Then
Okay.
pipe. Then use
Then
pipe. Pipe.
IU.
Yeah. PIPE.
Okay.
Uh, not like do not write pipe, but it's a straight vertical symbol in your keyboard. I guess it should be either on shift or enter.
Okay.
Did you get to see that?
Let me see.
PS AUX pipe.
PS AUX.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's how you'll get to know about so PS AUX pipe and then GREP, and then let's say you're using Zoom, so you'll type Zoom to find the process number of Zoom.
Ah. Okay, got it.
Okay, did you try it?
No, sir.
Not
I
yet.
did not
All
try
right.
it, but I understood what you were saying,
Yeah, yeah,
sir.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, okay. All right. So the command is px space aux pipe grep and then Zoom. So it'll give you the process ID. Okay, process number, and that process number you can find it in proc. Okay, and if you delete that, the application might also shut.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
So this is what I wanted to share by today, and I want you to go through different Linux commands once and see what
Sure.
is their operations.
So today what we discussed, like bin and all those things, I already took a screenshot of those. So I've downloaded Linux, so I'll just go through it and
Yeah.
check the different ways of it.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Uh,
And
sure, sir.
if you
Sir,
face
for Monday,
yeah,
I mean for Wednesday, I'll let you know if we can have a class or not. It's
okay,
because I'll be in US, so there might be time difference or something like that. So I'll let you know on the group itself, sir.